Hey there, Mark. If you're not doing anything, there should be a link pinned up at the top. Just picked up some books at the LCS today. Well, on LCS, not necessarily my LCS. But I did get a couple of decent ones. Hey, Jonathan. So you'll like the video I just did. About 150 Walt Disney comics and stories.
And then we're going to take the lifetime stuff, and then we'll get it. What's up, Scott?
Just putting some books in. Hey, with the split screen, I can't see myself, so that's good. What are you up to?
Finn's pajamas on. Just got done with bath time.
All right, we don't need any of that child nudity going on.
So. Oh, no, he's not naked.
Okay, good.
He's got his bird put up. All right, go take your medicine, and then we will what? We'll go take your medicine first, and you got a bag. Allergies are ravaging our house, dude. Ravaging our house. That's a nice swastika you got there, bud.
Yeah, that's the second. That's the one I started off with a Hitler cover.
Nice, Frankenstein. The Creature Commandos, sweet. They did a animated short, like you know how DC has the animated feature films that go straight to video.
Yep.
They'll have short films like about 15-minute long that they'll include in the special features. They call them showcases, and they did one on the Creature Commandos. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I saw the only one of those I seen was there was the one with the Spectre in it.
Yes, where he took the playing cards and murdered the dude with them.
Yeah,
yeah, it was awesome. That was one of I think that was the first showcase they ever did. It was one of the early ones.
But I stumbled across all these weird war tales. I got them for like $1 a piece.
A good deal. What are those from the 70s?
Most of these are the early 80s. This one is actually 79.
How long has it been since you went live, Scott?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a minute. I've been pretty freaking busy.
That's a sweet cover right there. Look at that.
Can I have Bobo back?
Yes, sir.
Kind of reminds me of the Geiger cover that
LeMay did. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Where's my other doggy?
It's in the pile with all the stuffed animals. Behind your big Thomas the Train Engine box. Nice. Dr. Evil from Austin Powers there.
That's the first thing I thought of as well.
Is there a cat? Is there a Siamese cat on there anywhere? Mr. Bigglesworth?
I don't know. Maybe the guys with the red stars on their helmets are from Siam. But
yeah, there you go.
The Kubert cover.
Nice. You found all these where at?
The closest comic shop to me, which is about a half hour, 20 minutes away, 25, whatever. They just moved into a new. They used to have their own place, and then they started sharing a place in like an antique shop, and now they're back to having their own place. So I thought I'd go check them out. And plus, he just posted on Facebook he got a like a 400 issue Flash lot.
Oh wow, that's a lot. What era?
From it was from 150, maybe from 150 to 400. I think he said. Did Flash go to 400 on that series?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
But I think he said it was about 250 consecutive, but there was almost 400 issues. So, and he said whatever the keys were from that run were gone an hour after he posted. He got the books in.
You excited for the rap battle later tonight?
I can't say that I'm necessarily excited, but I'm going to tune in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Some Dr. Strangelove action.
Oh,
Yeah. Riding the bomb down.
oh, something club. I'm blind.
Looks like it says CL13.
Maybe that's what it is. And there's a letter or two before that. But
Like you're going to a Bret Michaels concert.
Bret Michaels concert.
My wife just got out of the shower and stuff. Yeah, you can have a cracker. And she's got like a Rolling Stones top on. Here, look. She looks dressed for a Bret Michaels concert. See, she does,
Yeah,
doesn't she?
all right.
I like it. I'm into it. I'm into all that. I love her. Are we doing a counter movement against the rap battle? We are going to lose. No, absolutely not. I'll definitely be tuning in for the rap battle. I saw Scott was live though, and it's been a minute since he's been live, and I wasn't not going to come talk about Nazis with him.
There are, I mean, you see a recurring theme here.
Exceptional amount of creatures whooping Nazi ass.
Now, when I get to these, this will change it up a little bit.
Oh, nice. That's from my childhood. Muppet Babies. That's a really cool cover. I don't know why that reminds me of Giant Size X-Men for some reason.
I don't know, but everybody's screaming.
Nazis! Ah! Oh, that's cool. I like the border on that one. Oh, you got two of them.
Well, because one was a newsstand and one was direct.
Oh, nice. So you didn't get two of them. You got one of each. There's the last one. Your mouth is full of crackers. Okay.
And then this one, he had this book on the shelf
Wow.
for $30, and then I found one in a box for $7.
I would have gone with the $7 one.
I did. That was,
Look at that, dude.
that was the route I went.
Look at his shadow just casted across the snow. That's another character they did one of the. Y'all ate them all. Go. That's another one of the characters they did one of the short films on, and they did it in the style of Scooby Doo, 70s era Scooby Doo. It was really cool. You're gonna have to look it up.
And it's something to do with the red circle.
What does that mean?
He had it on the wall as a key, like the introduction of the red circle or beginning of the red circle.
What issue number is it?
That's issue 20 from the second series.
You haven't filed these yet?
No, and my software doesn't say anything about this particular issue. I mean,
You said second volume?
yes, second volume.
Issue 20. Let's see. I got nothing on the app that we don't speak about.
I'm sorry, Dark Circle.
Yeah, I got nothing on issue 20 at all.
Because he wrote Dark Circle on this one, and then he had big $30 price tag and Dark Circle written on it. So maybe he knows something we all don't.
I don't know. Oh wow, Super Magician. And see, I don't see any swastikas, but he's giving off real Klansman vibe.
Yeah. Definitely. They actually have white robes on inside. It's a little darker on the cover.
What kind of crap are you into, Scott?
I Eclectic.
Well, that's definitely one of them.
I mean, it's not like I got a burning cross in the backyard or anything.
Would you keep it out front?
It's LED.
Oh, LED. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to
doesn't
protect the
burn.
environment.
Environmentally friendly. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't see anything on Super Magician either. That's some old stuff though. It looks like it goes back to 1941. Obviously, got some different stuff going on, and it looks like each issue.
Oh, Super Magician. No, well, the issue number 1 is actually Super Magic. And then it changes to Super Magician after that, and then that goes.
Looks like it follows a character named Blackstone.
Yeah. So there's issue 1. And I think I told you about this one. This is the one that came in and the centerfold was missing.
Yeah.
I argued with him for a refund. And then I bought this one that has a centerfold and it's missing part of the front cover.
But you can marry them together.
Right. And then I've got another half a dozen or so issues. Which I think I just finished a video on this one. That should be up hopefully tomorrow. Digger Jim, hey Jim. But yeah, I'm going to have a video up probably tomorrow, Mark, of all the of these Super Magicians.
Nice. What's with the Muppet Babies?
Just their star. I mean, I know they've got a little bit of value to them. They're all pretty low print run. Like that issue 7, issue 9, they're under 2,000 with a print run on them.
And I guess like with the Muppets, like it doesn't matter how popular they are or when they're popular. It's something that just really never goes away either, though. You know what I mean? They're just part of our pop culture.
Right. Like issue 12, it says it jumps up to 60,000 on the print run there, but the first 10 are around 2,000. Care Bears. That goes well with Nazi propaganda.
Kind of hand in hand.
Back it up with the Smurfs.
Yeah, now that goes a little bit more hand in hand, to be honest with you.
I didn't realize Smurfs was only 3 issues.
That's all that they've ever done?
Yeah, the original, Marvel run in '83. So I've got issue 2 laying around somewhere. I need to find issue 1. But yeah, anytime I see these Star comics, I usually pick them up because almost always they're super low print runs. Especially if you can get them for $1 or $2 a piece. And those Marvel 35th anniversary covers with the fancy border, those are some of the most expensive ones because there's a couple of those Star comics that only have 2,000 or 3,000 copies printed. Hello there, Kenneth. The name I don't think I recognize. But yeah, hopefully I get some free time to do a few more lives. I think I looked. I'm about three or four maybe now away from 250, where I can finally give away that damn statue,
Which one is it? The
the
statue?
Magdalena statue.
Yeah, Finn really needs it for his room.
I think that Chastity and Jade probably would have looked better, but
I
the
agree.
Magdalena's nice. She's pretty badass.
My wife wasn't a big fan, but this is father son stuff. She wouldn't understand.
There's an underrated book.
What does she do? That book is very hardcore. Like 80s DC is extremely mature content, and that book is a perfect example of it.
Well, issue 5 is it's second Lobo, and you can still pick these up for a couple bucks every day.
Mm-hmm. Issue 5 or issue 4?
Issue 5. Don't ask
me.
me.
Issue 3, the first Lobo.
Yep.
And he wasn't in issue 4.
He was not in issue 4.
Huh. So that's the one where he actually shows up on their ship and just decimates them all.
4 is the first appearance of Felicity and the death of Demonia.
I've read through the first 10 issues not too long ago. I remember they hired Lobo, and then he just went to their ship and decimated their whole crew.
Definitely doesn't resemble the logo that you see today.
No, he did in the face. He just had that tight orange and blue outfit on. But I think it was Justice League International where he made his next appearance, story-wise, not individual issue-wise, but story-wise, he was hanging out on his cabin on an asteroid or something, and you start seeing signs of space dolphins and leather. They kind of get to it pretty quick.
This should be first Scalp Hunter.
He doesn't hunt for the whole person, just the scalp?
Just scalps. I mean.
Hey, there you go. Now you're finding good books.
Finally one good book. Yeah, this is another one. He had one on the wall for 30, and then I found this one, and he had 13 on it. I mean, I got a discount on everything.
I would have gotten both.
You would have gotten the $30 one too?
If it was in near mint condition, like at least 9.6 candidate condition, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look it over that good, but I figured this was a $13 condition.
As long as those books have been around and undervalued, a lot of them are kind of just off-white pages, back issue bin books are so long, it's probably not going to find a lot of them out there in super high grade, Mine got sent off to get signed by Perez. I'm hoping that there's been mail hiccups, so hopefully it's there, but I'm nervous about my stuff getting there.
And I'm always pumped when I can find Jonah Hex in the wild.
You got his first appearance yet?
His first appearance, yeah, I got a couple of those. All-Star Western 10. Slowly trying to put everything together. Well, in issue 12 of Weird Western Tales is actually the continuation from All-Star Western 10 and 11.
Oh, first official Tim Drake is Robin, right?
Yeah. Am I supposed to be specking on this book or not?
I don't think so.
No.
Like very long term down the road, maybe. I don't know why he's undervalued. He's legit. Like it. This isn't my opinion. This is a fact. He's legit like the best Robin that's ever existed. Like that's his shtick, and he's so undervalued. It's sad. He doesn't have to be your favorite Robin, but he's definitely the best Robin that's ever been.
Well, I'm covered on him for a little while.
Look at those thighs. Those things can crack diamonds. Look at them.
Not my cup of tea.
Well, you can just send them all to me then if you'd like. All right,
That one.
it's playing. All right, do your pat pats. Love you.
They're unbreakable walls.
All right, go lay down. Some more Jonah X. What did you think of his movie?
I had fun. It was
I did too.
not what I was expecting. Slightly disappointed, but I didn't hate it. So it was fun enough. So,
Yeah.
And Megan Fox. That was enough.
My dad is a chode. He just left a comment on the. I don't know if you watched it. I posted a members early access for members video, and he left a comment saying, "That's awesome. You're collecting some cool swag there. I'm looking forward to inheriting it one day after you kick the bucket." Nice, Dad. Nice.
I'm really digging the Unknown Soldiers too.
Where's that guy's shirt? If you put him on a horse, you couldn't tell him apart from Putin.
Yeah, I see the resemblance.
Yeah.
It's Nick Adams, whoever the hell that is. This is the only 4-color comics I found in the whole shop, and I actually needed it.
Did you see the video that Mint Hunter did on 4-color comics not long ago?
No.
You would appreciate it. There's a lot of good information on there about how to track down like the missing issues and stuff like that are kind of just lost to time because of the way they did the numberings for them. It's very, very cool.
I'll see. How long ago did he do it?
Within the past 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll check. Because I thought I'd been keeping up on his stuff. But
Yeah, he makes some awesome content, man. I really enjoy his stuff. He's a big DC fan too. Makes it easy to enjoy.
Hey,
howdy.
you know who else likes those is those like scalp hunters and stuff is Michael Ackery. He's been trying to get all the Jonah Hex, I think all the scalp hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, he is deep into that.
Yeah, man, I'll have to look him up. Maybe we can do some horse trading because I've got plenty of extras.
Yeah, he's been doing he's done a couple of videos on YouTube and I mean he's on Instagram and YouTube, but yeah, man, I don't know if what he's got and what he doesn't have, but every time he does like an eBay haul, I guarantee you there's at least 4 Jonah Hex books in there. I got this lot of it. So yeah, he's trying to finish the run, I think. I think he just I don't know. It's just thing he likes that most people don't. And he likes a lot of the war books too.
Mm.
I just dig the colors in all those old 40s books. I mean, they just pop. You got some good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I try and be selective when I pick up some. I mean, sometimes you just when the books are really rare, you just got to get what you can get or expensive. But when it comes to the less expensive stuff, I try not to pick up the junk. But if it's cheap enough,
right?
Like the coverless books. I bought this coverless lot. It's like 35 books, maybe.
Right.
And everyone came in a brand new self-sealed bag and board. I'm pretty sure I'm going to steal those for my books with covers. And because there's only one book I actually wanted, which was this one.
Is that the first Peanuts one that you scored another copy of?
Yeah. First the cover's loose. First wrap, I mean.
Huh. That's the first Peanuts. Interesting. I think you showed that before.
I just posted a IG last night, maybe, and then I've already got a copy with a cover.
Right.
That I have posted before too. Which that's in my CGC pile right now. But I think I ordered a reproduction cover for this one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send it off, I think, I'm not sure whether CBCS or PGX. Because CBCS will give it a 0.3.
Right. They're tough. That's probably like a,
but
6.0 with
will
PGX.
Give it a 0.5.
Yeah. Come on, they probably go at least full 1.5. I don't know.
PGX will do a 0.5 on it. Where CGC will just give it a no grade. They'll just authenticate it, basically.
Right.
And give it the no grade.
I mean, do you really care about the grade at this point? I mean, you're encapsulating it to keep it whole, right? I mean,
right.
It's not something you plan to sell. So then it just comes down to how you want to display it. I mean, that's just me. I mean, Scott, you do whatever you want, brother. I mean,
this one I might actually sell though, since I've got one with a cover already.
Sure.
If I can squeeze a couple $100 out of it.
I'll give you $7 since it doesn't have a cover.
It's tempting.
I got a PGX slab, so it was the first slab I ever bought. I didn't know what the deal was, and it was cheap, and it was a beautiful Moon Knight cover, and that's what I wanted. So I think I paid like $104 for it.
What Moon Knight?
Marvel Spotlight one. I can't remember. Marvel Spotlight, the one, his first official book. You know which one I'm talking about? Where it's kind of like now I gotta look because I can't remember. I don't have them hanging yet. I'm still in the process of doing that. Yeah, Marvel Spotlight 28. It's that one where he's like, it's got a lot of blue, and I think it's like his first book. Not Werewolf by Night, but this is like his first official book.
First solo title.
Right. And it's the 7.5. It's an old PGX slab, but I don't care. I mean, I didn't pay hardly anything for it, in my opinion. So, and I don't buy a lot of slabs. I mean, I have been, but I don't buy a ton.
Oh, look at that. He wrote on the back what it is. Jiggs and Maggie, number 13.
Nice. I've been doing that in some of my books, like a lot of the ones, the Virgin covers and stuff. I've learned
So you don't have to open them.
Yeah.
I'm always like, man, I have no idea. Like that one book, well, I knew what it was. One Nick sent me that was a virgin cover. I mean, I know it's Red Sonja just by looking at it, but
There must be boobs on it then.
Yeah. Well, it's a Perillo that's like deceased version, you know.
Right.
I mean,
is that Dynamite?
Yeah, I think it's Dynamite. You know, this was the stuff that I went through Gary B. So it's a lot of that, a lot of Conan. He did throw a bone and threw me this one because he knows I like what's her name, a Spider Woman, and he threw in the Star, which I've never heard of. So I might look at that one. But it's funny. I like it. I don't know what issue it is, so I'd definitely write on it.
Caw. Does that mean you're full of shit, Chris? Caw.
I think he's trying to be a bird.
Canada. Is that what it said?
Maybe. Or California. CA. I don't know. You got any Legion of Superheroes books there, Scott?
Somewhere.
Yeah. Mike Grell is coming to GalaxyCon, so I'm pulling out my old Legion books and I'm going to get him to sign a couple. He drew those things awesome. My brother keeps texting me like every day, like, "Oh, so and so, Economist is going to be there."
The actor from Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I would love to meet old Dye Beard.
Old Diebeard's gonna be there. Yeah,
he's like the low key hero of the show right now, man. He's taking him out, isn't he?
And you know what's funny though is you knew that was gonna happen. As soon as he whipped out that chainsaw, somebody was gonna get it. And you know, it was like, oh yeah, this is written exactly the way you knew it was gonna be.
Yeah, so. I'm really liking that show.
I am too. Yeah, it's It's better than Boba Fett, so you know.
In my humble opinion, it's the best TV show on right now.
Right.
What is?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker?
That or Righteous Gemstones, one of the two.
I have not. I heard somebody talking about. What is that?
Oh, it's so good. So it's the HBO creative team that brought you Eastbound and Down, as well as a lot of them are working on Peacemaker. But Danny McBride, John Goodman is the father of he has like one of those mega churches, right? And it's about him and his two kids and how they have more money than God himself and their misadventures, basically.
Is it on HBO?
Yeah. It's a super dark comedy, and it hits, man. It just delivers very well.
Ozark.
I have to get caught up on that. I watched the first half of the first season not too long ago.
Yeah.
What is up, Tapia?
Yeah, I only got to season 2 on that. So
that's $1 million mullet, as Riff Raff would say.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down was classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but he actually, in my opinion, he made the crap. What was it? The movie Land of the Lost. He made that movie the best.
Yeah.
He was awesome in that. I have lived. He slid down the T-Rex's tail.
Right.
I have lived.
That he was in that, what, the Principal? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Fistfoot Way was like his earliest thing, and Adam, Jody Hill, who works with him a lot and makes these shows with him, he directed it. But I don't know if y'all remember Tropic Thunder. He was the pyrotechnics guy in Tropic Thunder. Mm-hmm. He was hilarious in that. Hot Rod with the Saturday Night Live crew. He was like the pyrotechnic stuntman guy in that one. He's hilarious in everything he's in.
Anybody watch Yellow Jackets on Showtime?
I don't have Showtime.
I don't think I have that either.
I want to watch the new season of Dexter.
That's the only reason I found Yellow Jackets is because it came on after Dexter, and I had to watch it.
What is it, Scott?
For Yellow Jackets, and it was incredible.
Well, what is it?
Is it about insects? Is it an
airplane?
It's about a girls' soccer team called the Yellow Jackets that crashes.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
kinda
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
like
And they eat
Lost
each other or
meets
something.
Alive
Yeah.
meets Blair
Lord
Witch,
of the
maybe.
Flies type thing.
Yeah, it was. But I
Yeah.
mean, just the acting in it was. I mean, it's kind of a story that you can guess some of it just from the genre it's following, but Christina Ritchie's in it, and it was 3 episodes before I even recognized it was her.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm about to hop off here and watch the epic rap battle over on the Links channel. It's getting
Yeah.
ready to fire up. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
All right, see you later, Mark.
Epic rap battle. Can hip to hop to hibbity hibbity hip hip hop. There you go. I rapped.
Yeah, like wrapping Christmas presents for the birthday.
I mean, look, it's not easy to do, and if you can do it well, good for you. Not everybody
Right.
can, but it's speaking in rhyme and all that stuff. I mean, you have to practice it, and you have to be really on it. It's not easy to do. So if I don't know. I'll go check it out in a little bit. I just jumped on because you had some dope books up there. I was like, oh man, those are so good.
Yeah, I'm to the boring coverless ones now, but
Boo. So are you just logging these in?
yeah. Trying to decide if any of these coverless ones are worth messing with. Like this one from 1947, but it's topics, which number 6, which doesn't seem to be.
Tyler, it was a really a gift God gave me. Okay, let me hear you spit, Tyler. Get on the epic rap battle, Tyler.
Yeah, what Ignacio said, Tyler. But yeah, so I just like all these coverless ones. I just enter in poor condition, and so I at least have them cataloged, have record of them.
I have no CLZ. I don't have any of mine logged. I probably should because my wife wouldn't know what to. I mean, they're all organized, but I don't have it on computer.
I still swear by this comic-based software.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's.
Well,
I've been using it for over 20 years, so that might have something to do with it.
It's like a cataloging software, right?
Yeah, it's online and it's standalone on your PC.
Right. He already won.
You should kick them while they're down, Tyler.
Superpower review.
Superpower review. And all right, see you later, Jonathan.
Jonathan crushed it on Legions the other day.
Yeah, I was only there for like 20 minutes, and I think he won 2 things.
Well, the funny thing is that does happen. That happened to me on C-List E-Man's giveaway. I won like back to back, and people were like, "What the hell? This is rigged." Blah blah blah. And I'm, but then the next, somebody else won the next. I mean, it's just the way it goes. Sometimes it comes back around.
Oh boy, comics maybe. Issue 50. Some of it's just a big guessing game. Yeah, Brio. Now that would be too bad I don't have this cover because it's a hockey cover.
Are these all like man, who's the publisher on these? Charlton or
They're all. This one was Lev Gleason.
okay?
Some of them have been standard. There's been a couple of DCs and Dell. Like I said,
Gotcha.
it was just a lot of coverless books, and I got the lot for $35, and I just bought it strictly for that first appearance of Peanuts, because I knew it should have been worth at least a couple $100 by itself,
Right.
even being coverless.
They probably didn't even know what they had.
I mean, it was a comic book person, which kind of surprises me. Selling lots of books.
Yeah, but if it's not their what they collect and what they read, they're not going to know. I mean, it's just like a lot of Marvel guys don't know, a lot of DC stuff and vice versa. I mean, if you don't cross over, you're just not going to know. I mean, I couldn't tell you the first Jonah Hex. I couldn't, I can't tell you a lot of those. I don't read those.
Yeah, and I don't know what price guide. If you look up that book in certain price guides, it may not show it as being a key.
It may not, just because of the fact that it's so old that these newer these newer online ones may not go that far back. Which means you have knowledge that the average person doesn't have. So I'm sure Rob is envious of some of this old stuff that you have because he's into that, but he's in a specific thing.
Yeah, he's more the sci-fi space,
right? 50s sci-fi space. Yeah,
he likes his Adam Strange.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I mean, it was definitely a different period.
Yeah, where I'm, more the Dell 4 color and the Walt Disney Comics and Stories right now, and Super Magician, I guess. I don't know.
I showed you that one Banana Splits one I got that one time just because it brought back memories, man. When I was a kid, I had to get it. I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not in the best condition, but I didn't care. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm buying this. And,
as soon as you showed that, then I remembered that cartoon.
Yeah, I was like, man,
I forgot all about it till you showed that book.
I was like, I gotta have that. That's got to be in my collection. My wife's like, why are you buying that? I was like, because, man, when I was a kid, come on. And they were part of like King's Dominion, because King's Dominion had all that stuff in there. And King's Dominion was 20 minutes from my house, man. That was a whole different world back then.
Well, this one might be. Oh shit. Mysteries of Paris. To see if this is complete. It says this was something from Seduction of the Innocent. So we've got some bondage.
Yep.
And something about somebody getting their eye gouged out. A man who has his eye gouged out. So this one, yeah, because even like the last printing of this book's for a couple $100.
Damn.
That's what happens when you find anything that was mentioned in that Seduction of the Innocent.
There you go.
It drives the price of a lot of books.
I know Remy was saying he wants to find more bondage cover books or something like that. I'm like, he's like, it's not my, it's not that I'm actively looking for them, but they seem to come across his path a lot. But I'm sure it's not anything like that. He's probably talking like there's a couple of Thor books that are like that, and other ones that are. They call them the bondage cover because the woman's all tied up.
Right. Yeah, it's not as I say not as prevalent now. It's not a little more commonplace. So, but anything back from the 40s and 50s, when it was still kind of taboo, is what really demands the money. How you see somebody tied up now, you don't even look twice.
Well, yeah. Back then, it was a whole different game. I'm sure. I mean, it's like, can you imagine? I mean, just thinking about that. All right, so here's, I mean, obviously it's fictitious character, but I mean, Steve Rogers. All right, he was from that period, and now he wakes up and it's like freaking 2000 or whatever, and he's like, what in the,
Yeah.
I was glad they put that in there where it showed that he was trying to adjust to new life because, that would be unreal.
Oh, this isn't working out well. But yeah, that was definitely a big part of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I still think the Captain America, the first Captain America and the Winter Soldier part is probably one of the top Marvels of all of them.
See, I did not care for Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yeah. I really liked the first Cap, but
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why I just couldn't get into Winter Soldier.
I think we can all safely say that. Well, I don't know. I can't safely say I was okay with all the Iron Man ones. A lot of people didn't like number 3, but I was okay with it.
Yeah, I liked it. Number 2 is the one that I was. If I had to pick my least favorite, it would be 2.
I'd agree with that because of the fact that I don't think they did Whiplash well. The guy that played Whiplash, I just thought they didn't do it.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine, but at the same time, they could have just made him a little bit. They could have toughened up his tech a little bit and made it a little more challenging for Iron Man. That's all. So what are these?
It's an old Captain and the Kids.
Captain
from
Kids.
1949.
Damn.
But again, not a valuable book by any stretch. World's Finest.
There you go.
From 76, though.
That's all right. That's my day. That's my time. Dude, I'm 54 years old. That's right in my wheelhouse.
Number 235.
I wonder why they didn't have. I wonder why those didn't have covers. I mean, what the hell did they do with the covers? I guess they just.
Whether they were turn-ins and they actually ripped the whole cover off instead of just a trade dress, or maybe somebody just ripped it off to hang up.
True.
I mean, or they just got ripped off and they threw them away because the cover was ripped and the rest of the book was intact. Who knows?
Yeah.
1,000,001 reasons. Captain Savage Magazine Enterprises.
I'm sure some of those stories are very, I don't know. I think it's like somebody that wanted to write a book and probably just said, well, I'm not going to get a book published, but I'll at least put it out in a comic. It was like their version of their sci-fi book. Who knows? I read some of those older books, and I just laugh at some of the language in it and how it was written.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. By Magazine Management Company. Volume 1, issue 19, 1970.
That's almost like almost like an indie, really.
It's actually, this is actually a Marvel comic.
Oh, really?
Captain Savage and his Battlefield Raiders. Let me see, what is that, number 3? Yep.
Okay. So that's what the cover would look like.
That's what the cover would have looked like, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a submarine cover.
That's pretty cool.
There's a little dedication on it. Get my mug off of there.
Does that software come with regular updates, or?
Yeah, it's got a subscription.
I gotcha.
And as long as you keep the subscription active, you get new issue updates, new release updates, and price updates. Then if you don't keep your subscription active, it continues to work. But as far as new books go, you'd have to manually enter them in.
Gotcha.
If you keep the subscription active, when you get new books, you can just get your barcode scanner and scan all the new books in, and
interesting.
They pop right up. But I tell everybody they'll give you a trial version for free, and it'll handle up to 500 books. So if it's, you just want to experiment to see how it works, to start entering books in on the trial version.
Gotcha.
And once you hit 500, you either got to buy the full thing or switch to something different. And I think price depends on how much on the pictures. They have fancy versions that come with 4K resolution scans of books.
Who cares about all that? I mean, I just have a little dinky laptop. Yeah.
Challengers of the Unknown.
Nice.
21.
Yeah, I've been going through some of my stuff in my PC to see what I can put together to sell and get out there. I got to weed out some of this stuff that I've got. I don't know. I just don't need it.
I'm right there. I don't need however many books I've got behind me, but
well, I mean,
I feel like I have to have every single book cataloged and in order before I can start selling. Sure. I don't know why. That's in the back of my head.
Well, I mean, it's fine to have it organized. I mean, like I said, when COVID started, I had. There you go. Which one is that?
217
of
Superboy.
Superboy and Legion, yeah. Superboy and Legion Superheroes, yeah, right on. I think I actually have that one. When or my brother does, he has some of mine. When COVID started, that was the first thing, like right before it really shut down everything. I went to the LCS and bought like a ton of bagging boards. I said, I'm rebagging and boarding everything. I bought dividers. I already had a label maker, and I just started organizing everything. I mean, it was all over the place. And after I did it, I was like, this is the way it's supposed to be. So now I have an idea of what I have and what I'm willing, am I really married to it? Is this something that I have to have? And, like what so the Legion of Superhero books that was like one of the first DC books that I got from our neighbor's kid. I mean, her son they were older, and they were like, here, you can have these. And they gave us a couple of Legion of Superhero books to read, that and a coverless X-Men 77. And I mean, you know, it kept my attention. I wasn't a big reader. I'm fairly certain that I have dyslexia, and even today, I mean, they didn't know what to do with it back then. They just, you know, your son has a reading problem. So when my mother saw me reading, she was like, all right, well, at least he's reading something. And if I didn't understand a word, I would go and ask her, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? And sometimes she would tell me, and sometimes it would be like, you know what, that's not a word for kids. you just forget about that one. So, you know, I think that's pretty much how it all started. And that's why I like Legion. I like the Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, that one was actually just a straight Superboy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because see, the thing about it was they did Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, and then it went just the Legion of Superheroes. I want to say that might have been in the 80s when they did that.
Volume 2, number 4. Yeah, I think you're right. This was 1978. It was issue 217, and I don't think there were very many after that before it started. So, personal love. What a title. Personal love.
Personal love. Yeah, I can remember.
1958. So there must be more than one personal love.
When I was a kid, there was a lady a couple of blocks over that I was a paper boy. So, you know, back then you had to go and collect the money. And I actually noticed, like, she's like, all right, well, come in here and let me go find my purse. And she walked away, and I looked over on the table stand, you know, like there was a little table there, and she had like comics there. And I was like, do you read comics? And she said, yeah. Do you like this one? And it was all like those type of books, like love books and Archies and stuff. And I was like,
yeah.
No. As a kid, I'm like, no, that's not what I read. Sorry. And I thought that was kind of, looking back now, I was like, that was kind of interesting. She was, you know, here's this adult woman reading these magazines or these comics.
Yeah, that one I can't actually find. Volume 2, number 4.
It's not real then.
It's just not popular enough to have been.
Yeah. You might have a gem there, man. It might be a mini print run and, you know, all that jazz. What was Mark looking on? Cover Collector or some shit like that?
Comics.org.
Oh, I don't have that.
It's just a website, comics.org. You can look up just about anything. And it's from Dell. Oh, no. That was Headline Publications. Oh, 1958. Wow. So it's not... And some of the books are just so, when it comes to this software, a lot of it is user driven.
Mm-hmm.
So with oddball titles, you know, a person almost needs to enter it in themselves and scan the picture.
What number was it?
It's volume 2, number 4. March, April of 59.
Oh, this is I just typed in Is that what it's called? Personal Love?
Yes.
It says, well, there's one here. It says Bell Features number 1950 series number 4.
I found it.
Yeah.
Second series. See, there's a lot of and that's where I get confused on some of the old books.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one says volume 2, number 4. And this Super Magician series I collect,
Right.
there's 12 issues per volume, but it's only one series. Like this one, volume 4, number 6, volume 3, number 7. But when you look them up, there's one series of Super Magician. This Personal Love, apparently, when they say volume, they actually mean second series. And there were 3 separate series on that issue, on that title. It's still a $5 book at best, if it were whole. There's a question for you, Jim.
Yeah. Jim, how do you have a little Southern mixed with all that Northern? Because I'm originally from Richmond, and that's South. You know, my mother's from Charleston, South Carolina. That's as South as you can get. And I used to have to go down there and spend a week or two at my aunt's. And so I was raised Southern, trust me. I just moved up north later on when I got older. I'm kind of the one kid that left the nest. My brother and sister still live down in Richmond, so check it. My mom doesn't have to wear glasses anymore, yo. She got her cataract surgery done, and the doctor's like, you should be 20/20, and she's like, yeah, I don't need this anymore. She's freaking out. She's like, why didn't I do this when I was 60? This is bull. So I don't know.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to that's had that done has been, I know one person whose eyesight kind of regressed afterwards.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it was about a year or so, I think.
Right.
Every other person just,
we'll see.
Yeah, so they don't know why they waited so long.
He said, I hear Virginia is for lovers. That's right, baby. Virginia is for lovers. Yeah. I gotta definitely pull my stuff together when I go down there for Galaxy Con. I gotta figure out what I want to get, if I want to buy anything. I've only seen tickets there from the police. Well, you got to slow down, Jason. When you come to Virginia, they don't play around. Actually, Jason, it's funny, man. A guy I went to high school with, I think he's retired now. He was in the police flying the planes that, did all that stuff. They would track those speeding people down the interstate.
I got nailed by that one time.
Yeah, he was.
That's when I learned what those big 3 foot by 1 foot white stripes on the side of the interstate are for.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the state pulled me over, I asked him how they did it, and he told me that's what those white stripes were for on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
So slow down when you see the white stripes. I don't know if they still do that.
I don't know. I mean, in Virginia, it's actually, they've gone to some type of air system where they can actually, they have the ability to track your speed from up in the air. So that cut down on having to have so many out there on the interstate, and they can put them in other places where they need them, is what I've heard. But I don't know if that you know, I know that he used to do it for a while, but also used to fly anytime they had events like NASCAR. He would always be up in the air over top of NASCAR in case of an emergency. He had to, fly down for whatever reason. He just loved flying. I cut through Virginia to go to Tennessee. There you go.
Now, this sounds like a book I need to find. It's called Freedom Agent from 1963. The Gold Key book.
Might not be what you think. Might be a hippie book.
No. All right. And there's the only one that matters.
The rest of them are just cataloging.
The rest are just... All right. So there's one. I found more. Captain Marvel.
There you go.
By MF Enterprises.
MF. That MFer.
I think it's an English. No, it's got a little U.S. flag by it. I thought MF was an English publisher.
I don't know.
It does say New York. 1966, Volume 1, Number 4.
1966. 1 year away. 1967.
Little dot. July of 63, 65.
That looks familiar. That looked like a comic strip for some reason.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the newspapers back in the day.
Volume 1. Dotland.
Dotland.
Volume 1, Number 19. Got anything planned for the weekend?
No, we're I mean it's cold and we're supposed to get really high wind. I mean, we've already got like maybe an inch or so on the ground, and I'm not going to go out detecting when it's windy. We're supposed to have like 40-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm not going to go out detecting and I got some stuff I can do around here internally. I may go and I may go up over the mountain and go into the next town, and they got a second in Charles. Sometimes you pull some gems out of there, every once in a while, and you can find a book that is probably should be like a $20 book, and every one of those stores is differently. It just depends on who's running their comic section. Sometimes you get somebody who just doesn't, they just log it in, they don't care. And then they just throw stuff in the dollar bin area that shouldn't be, I found a Young Avengers 1 and I bought it for like $2. And that is probably like a $60 book, $80 book. I mean, that's insane. Yeah, I've found some good stuff in there, but now I think they got a guy that knows what he's doing. So I don't know. I might drive over there. We'll see. How about you? Anything?
I don't know. I've got work to do, but I also need to go skiing.
There you go.
I'm having some withdrawals. I've been too busy. I mean, normally I can take a day off in the middle of the week and go skiing when it's not crowded, but I've just been so busy I haven't been able to.
Right. Do you have a lift pass somewhere that's close to you? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one reason. You spend $600 on a season pass, and you figure out, well, how many times do you have to go to make it worth the money?
Right. Right.
So if I can get 7 or 8 trips over, then it's worth it. But
right.
if I only go 3 times,
yeah, it's a lot of money for 3 times.
You want to see this? My spec book?
Yeah, hell yeah. Spec it.
I don't know how much spec it is, but
I think secretly everybody says, "Oh, I don't spec," and then they go out and buy something, and they're like, "Oh, is it a spec book? I didn't know." Yeah, okay, you knew. You know, what? Just say, hey, you know, I'm buying this on the cheap, and I think it's gonna go up. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I know people that's how they collect. They're like, oh, I predict this to, you know, I'm going to buy this book now because I think the MCU is going to do it in another year or 2, or I think DC is going to come out with this or whatever.
right.
I don't know. I just buy what I like.
These guys did a good job taping.
They sure did. They went nutty.
Maybe I should have them tape my shit I'm sending to CGC. All right.
Ah, bunny mask. I didn't get that. I didn't read it. I didn't get it. I don't know anything about it. Why are you specking on it?
2, 3.
You think it could be a doable horror show or something?
Yeah, I got a feeling it's about to get. I think it and Maniac of New York. I think they're both probably about to get picked up.
Yeah. See, it's like I'm trying to remember. You remember Gideon Falls?
Yep.
Somebody, you know, I got that in a mystery box, and I was like, I don't know what this was. I didn't know what it was, and on the back it said, "Oh, has been optioned by I can't remember who, Netflix or somebody." And I'm like, okay, but until they make that show, that just means they're interested in the story.
Right.
Until they put, you know, some big money behind it, it's, you know, I don't know.
And 3 more.
Damn, you ain't playing around.
Well, I guess, you know, if you're going to play it right and you're actually specking on a book, you get as many as you can or many as you can afford to get.
There you go.
And as soon as there's any type of news on it,
right,
sell off a few of them and hold on to the bulk of them, because as soon as there's an announcement of any sort made, there's a spike.
Right.
Just like all the.
Now, do you throw it up on eBay? What's your selling platform?
Right now, mainly just IG.
Okay.
I sell on eBay, but I literally haven't sold any comic books on eBay, just other random items.
Right. I haven't either. I've actually sold more Playboys on eBay than I did any type of comic thing.
But yeah, if you can just sell, you know, a few of them when you get that initial spike from the announcement, and then sit on them. Most likely you're going to get, you're not going to lose money, and you're probably going to make enough off that initial spike to pay for everything you bought, even the ones you're keeping.
Sure.
And then if there's more news and something actually happens, it'll spike again and then sell a few more.
Yeah.
If nothing ever comes of it, kind of like that Gideon Falls, you know, it's been dead for how long now?
Yeah, I haven't heard any more about it. Like when it first, the Netflix said something. The guy said, "Oh, Netflix optioned it," but they don't do anything with it. You know, you would think that if they were going somewhere with it, they would have like said, "Oh, we cast this person or we cast that person," or, you know, they're legitimately in it. But I haven't heard a peep. So It's a Jacques cover. I'll just, you know, I might throw it in one of my mystery boxes because I don't really care about it. You know, moving on to somebody else. Maybe somebody else will like it. I mean, the story's probably good. I haven't read it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely haven't read it, but Promiscuous Time Traveler, I've heard him talk about it.
Right. Maybe I'll ask Kyle. I'll say, Kyle, what do you think? Should I keep it? Should I throw it out? Put it in a mystery box. Let somebody else have it. I don't know. All right, look, I'm gonna go jump off. I'm downstairs and talk to my wife, and she got a rolling mill for jewelry stuff. I'm trying to talk her into letting me press a penny tomorrow. I want to try to smush a penny in it.
So what is it now?
She makes jewelry. She makes all kinds of jewelry, and she's really gotten into metal jewelry. So she does a lot of silver, not gold, but she does a different silver and different types of jewelry. And it's some type of rolling mill that she puts stuff in, and it puts it can be used for texturing or to flatten stuff out. So I want to put a penny in it.
It'll actually put a design in it, like those things you see at the national landmarks where they roll a penny out. And
oh no, it won't put a design on it. It's unless you have it already set up in there. But no, it's just to flatten things out. I guess to stretch the metal out to make it longer. But
so
if
you can't put a die in it to put a design.
Yeah, I wish you could. I would. I've got actually messaged somebody.
Tell her to step her game up.
I know. I messaged this guy that does metal detecting on IG because he's been posting a lot of this computer laser. He took a Walking Liberty $50 and etched it with a laser cutter and put his name, digging, Juggernaut on it. So I messaged him because I kind of would see if he would do a coin for me or something. That would be kind of cool. So I'm hoping he responds back because I've never really talked to him, but he's a fellow digger, and he'll look at my page and see, I don't know what he'll think because it's so mixed up. I think I throw off the YouTube algorithm with the metal detecting and the comics kind of put together. They don't know what the hell to do with me.
Right.
But
kind of like me sprinkling the guns in.
Yeah. They're like, hey, what is this? We can't show this to kids. But I don't care.
Wait till I start shooting comic books.
Oh, you see, you got to do that for Tyler, man. That's what they live for.
Yeah, that'll be my whack hack.
There you go.
When you run out of clay targets,
set some up there. Pow, pow, pow.
I have to rig up a trap thrower for my books.
There you go. All right. Thanks for having me on. This was some cool books, and I will talk to you later.
We'll see you, Jim.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Anybody else still out there? All right. In case anybody's wondering, after all those books I just put in, that puts me at a grand total of 18,858. Oh, I forgot to put the bunny mask in. That would put me at 18,869. 18,869 books, with 12,238 of them being unique. I always say once I hit 20,000, I'm going to start selling hard. I don't know what got me into the really old books. I was Spectre, I guess. I was always a Spectre fan, and it was pretty easy to get all of his modern books and even the Silver Age books. So I started picking up the more fun comics and the All-Star comics. And it just snowballed from there. And why I branched out so much, I don't know. I've been better off if I just would have stuck with those two titles. But those particular titles are hard to find and pretty expensive. Especially those early issues, because there's a lot of famous first appearances in those early Showcase and More funds. $11. I still look for them though. I ran across a coverless More Fun 52, which is the first appearance of the Spectre, and the guy wanted $8,000 for it and would not budge. Which that's ridiculous for that book, coverless. I offered him $2,500, and he wouldn't come down off of his $8,000. So I'll stumble across one sooner or later that I can afford. I don't think. I think I've already got this pile in. Yeah. If that one's in, then they're all in. Yeah, that's a good question. This building's built really well. So I never, knock on wood over here, if I can reach it. Oh, here it is. I've never seen a mouse in this building. And I don't know why. Just fortunate. I do keep some mouse bait out in a couple spots just in case, but and this building really is not what you call temperature controlled either. It's basically as hot as it wants to get in the summer, and I keep thermostat set about 55 in the winter. But it's big enough. I mean, it's not like it gets up to 100 degrees in here or anything. And I'm in here often enough. I keep fans on and air circulating. But I have thought about moving some of the more expensive books back into a climate-controlled area. But I don't even know where I'd start. That's one reason too, I'm starting to move everything over to these plastic bins. Initially I'm moving, well, I guess I'm eventually going to have my entire PC, as in what I'm going to be keeping, in the plastic BCW bins. And I'll leave the cardboard for the ones that I don't care as much for it. I'm looking to sell or unload. Right now, I've got 3 full long boxes of just Dell 4 color. And I'm about to start my second one of Conan. And I've got the Walt Disney Comics and Stories. Hell, I've got a full more than a short box, I think, sitting right here. January of 1970. Oh, complimentary copy. There we go. There's no picture of it. Beetle Bailey from Dell. Number 20. Twilight Zone. I don't know how I got away without putting these ones in. 15 Center. 1971. Probably would have been a good issue if it wouldn't have been fucked up like that. You know, I was in kind of the same situation. I didn't have quite 40. I don't even know how many short boxes I had, short and long. I had quite a few long boxes shoved behind dressers and then had the dressers pulled out from the wall 3 foot so I could stack long boxes behind them. And I thought that just wasn't going to do. And then I started dragging them down here and buying more. I guess I already had a bunch down here at that point. I just decided to move them all down here. But yeah, if you got a nice Yoder, building, it's as long as you got a concrete floor and you can cordon off the books, I'd say that would be a good idea. You'd build shelves easy enough. But you definitely got to make sure they're rodent proof. Drag. That's issue number 2. Yeah, it sounds like you got a palace ready for your books. I would definitely. Feels better inside than my. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've been in a poorly constructed Amish building. $0.25. Issue number 2. Fine condition. You never have enough Exo Man of Wars. $43. It's not a Whitman. It's a gold key. Number 58. All right. Now that those are in, I still don't have anywhere to put them all. Uh, Again, just like I told Jim, this comic base is free for up to 500 books. So you can, give it a test drive and see if it's something you think you'd like. I've never used CLZ, but my only complaint, the only reason I would never use it is because it is web-based only. So if you're somewhere without internet, you can't access it. Can't access your collection. That would be my only complaint, since I've never used it. But that's big enough for me that it would be a deal breaker. I have to have a standalone software. I think Yep, those are all in. Those are all in. Those are in. I think I officially have everything cataloged. Redo my collection statistics now. And 18,880. What kind of vice? Um, it looks Essex, maybe? Can't really read it. I think it says Essex on it. And it's a cheap one. I don't remember where it's from. I want to say Harbor Freight, but then again, I don't think so because I've had it longer than we've had a Harbor Freight nearby. Could be an inexpensive one I got at Lowe's. It's just a cheapie. About the only thing I use it for is drilling holes in hard drives and working on AR-15s. Yeah, I'm not into the only thing vintage in the way of tools I have is some cigar tools. I've got some old school tobacco cutters for tobacco tables, old for cutting the stalks. Other than that, I want something that's going to make my life easier. I look at some of these old tools and they're kind of amazing for the age, but then I try and picture myself actually using it when I could just get out my DeWalt. And it's, yeah, no brainer. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Thankfully, I think I'm done spending money on cars for a while. Though that reminds me, I need to pull my header off and get it powder coated. And I don't think I need to buy any tools for a while either. Guns, on the other hand, it's another story. I got to go pick 2 more up tomorrow. I found 2 more books that weren't cataloged. Oh, there. I hate it when they don't tell you who signed the book because you can't read their signatures. I think about buying something else. If I do, it's going to be done because I don't have the patience for another project car, and I don't have the skill to do it all myself. Anyways, interior is about where I draw the line. I can't do body work or much in the way of mechanics, but I'm kind of in the market for possibly a '73 Ranchero. That's probably about the only thing it's on even on my radar, and it's not a very strong blip right now. Well, I keep thinking I'm done, but I keep finding more books that aren't in here. I think that one's in there. Double check it though. It kind of was. How much more you got left on your CUDA? Too much. Yeah, I bought my Mustang in, let's see, I bought it in 2003. And the goal was to have it ready to go for the Mustang Club of America was doing like a cross country drive for the 35th, 30th, 40th. Yeah. Or it must have been the 40th anniversary of the Mustang. And the goal was to have the car done for that and take it on the spin. It took a little closer to 10 years, I think, to get the car actually done. It was a long, crazy ordeal. That's what happens when you have to rely on other people to do body work for you. But because I actually had the engine rebuilt and ready to go within, less than a month of it being in the shop. And then I had to take it to 3 different body shops before it finally got done. Oh, you got a lot of work to do. I put a Dakota Digital instrument cluster in mine. Probably the best thing I think I've done with it. You can get one that looks 100% factory original, looks stock. And all you have to do is hide your control button somewhere for it. And it's just gives you a little LED readout. So you have more modern instrumentation that you can look at. It's nice. So if you're down to frame and you can actually do something like that, it's now's the time to do it. Yeah, and I think everybody'd like to have a Steve McQueen car. Oh, I think I'm out of books now. I can't imagine there being anything else laying around here that I did not put in. I was surprised those ones weren't in. Well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. I don't know who's still sticking around, but it is 10:15. And I think I've had enough for tonight. So, hey, Jonathan, I didn't know you were still around. Well, I just got a eBay notice that a coverless tip top 173 sold for $207. It was slabbed, no grade. So, guess that gives me an idea of what mine should go for when I get it slabbed. All right. Well, if I don't see any of you guys on the chat somewhere, everybody have a good weekend. Yeah, definitely good news. And maybe if I get mine slabbed from CGC or CBCS or PGX with a reproduction cover on it, and that 0.3 or 0.5 grade might bump it up a little bit. So we'll see. So, all right. See everybody later.